Elon Musk says that Grok 3 is scary good, so much so that it's better than ChatGPT-4. Is he telling the truth, or is this more AI hype? Let's take a look today. My name is Rami Pruitt. I am a ex-FANG software engineer. I've worked for companies such as Google, Dell, Twitch, Amazon. I have my master's degree from Cornell in computer science. And today, I am breaking down whether Grok 3 is a formidable force within the competing landscape of AI models in the AI race, or is it just hype? Is it just Elon Musk lying? Let's take a look. Grok 3 hands-on XAI emerges as a formidable challenger to OpenAI by Arjun Shah. While we have been waiting for Google Anthropic DeepSeek to challenge OpenAI, Elon Musk XAI has swiftly emerged as its closest competitor this week. In such a short span, XAI has developed the Grok 3 model, showcasing impressive benchmark results. So we did a deep dive and tested Grok 3 base and reasoning models on a range of complex prompts. And what we discovered was truly surprising. Reasoning queries on Grok 3. I started testing Grok 3 reasoning models with a popular strawberry question. Is it correctly answers that there are 3 R's in the word strawberry? Oh my God. Yeah, if you guys don't understand why LLMs suck at understanding how many R's there are in strawberry, it's because LLMs have no concept of letters. They have concepts of tokens. And so a token might be something like STAR, like straw. And instead of having it as berry, they would put BERY, right? So in the building blocks of understanding of language that the AIs go through, it does a really bad job on that. So let's continue looking at it. After thinking for 15 seconds, I threw another world's Lollapalooza and asked to count the number of L's, and it replies with 4, which is correct. Next, I asked Grok 3, which number is larger, 9.11 or 9.9? Again, Grok 3 thought for 8 seconds, came up with the right answer. In fact, Grok 3 model devised multiple mathematical methods to verify the final result, which was impressive. I don't know if that's impressive. I think I could, I instantly knew that 9.9 is bigger than 9.11. But yeah, it's quite interesting to see models understand common sense, or start looking for common sense. After that, I posted a slightly tweaked puzzle to Grok 3 to misguide it. In my earlier comparison, it was a ChatGPT 01 and DeepSeek R1. Both models got the answer wrong and said the surgeon was the boy's mother. Even the latest OpenAI Mini High gets the answer wrong, completely ignoring the fact that it's clearly stated in the prompt that the surgeon is the boy's father. Grok 3 was able to get a riddle that no other model was able to get. As you see here, the riddle is the surgeon, who is the boy's father, says, I cannot operate on this boy. He is my son. Who is the surgeon to the boy? And it's a pretty easy riddle. Like, the first answer that a human being would say is its father. But this is something that the AI models got wrong, which is ChatGPT 01 and DeepSeek R1. Both of them with reasoning capabilities were unable to get the question right, but Grok 3 was able to. Finally, Grok 3 reasoned that the model thought for 35 seconds, even though it's something that everybody figured out as human beings, and said the surgeon is the boy's father, which is correct. Which I love about Grok 3 is that it reasoned. It's possible that it's poorly phrased riddle lacking a clever twist, or perhaps it's twisting whether we overthink it. But based solely on the test, the relationship is explicit. It also thought out loud the mission of not operating might, context, or red herrings. Grok 3 is the only reasoning model to get the answer right besides Gemini 2.0 Flash. It was not misguided and didn't try endlessly to find the twist and establish a new relationship somehow. Lastly, I posted a question about humanity's last exam, and the Grok 3 reasoning model aced it within 47 seconds. Previously, only O3 Mini has been able to get the answers right in 1 minute and 25 seconds. Even DeepSeek R1 failed to correctly find the answer. I would say currently Grok 3 has the best reasoning model, and it outranks OpenAI's O3 Mini 01 and DeepSeek R1. Interesting. So he's saying that he feels like, as far as reasoning, Grok 3 is better than the rest of the models, and that's only because Grok 3 has way more chips than all the other models combined. And so there's this big fight right now going on between, are the scaling laws still in effect? Is the one who has the most GPUs going to win the AI race? Well, what we've seen with DeepSeek is that China, although we have theorized that they have more chips than they let on, they're able to produce outputs at the same level as ChatGPT with less GPUs. So if there is a company that is going to win the AI race strictly because they have the most resources, it might be Elon Musk XAI. And so they are a contender for the company that is going to be the quickest to reach AGI and bring humanity new levels of productivity. Let's take a look at its coding performance. Grok3's coding performance. To test Grok3's coding capabilities, I asked the reasoning model to write a Python program that shows a ball bouncing inside of a hexagon. Basically, the ball should follow the principles of physics and bounce off naturally. Grok3 thought for over a minute and generated the Python code. I ran the code on my PC and the ball failed to bounce off and it simply jumped outside of the hexagon. It was pretty surprising given that Grok3's reasoning model achieved a great score in the live code benchmark. So, yeah. This is what Elon posted during his announcement about Grok3, but I have seen that people are saying that this is not actually what they're able to create on their side. So maybe they're using a more updated version of Grok3, or maybe Elon Musk is lying. Let me know in the comments what you think. So I asked the non-reasoning based Grok3 model to generate the same Python code. Surprisingly, it worked on the first try. Oh, they're saying it worked on the first try. Surprisingly, it worked on the first try itself and the ball bounced off with great accuracy. The ball followed a natural path and simulated the ball's movement perfectly. Perhaps the reasoning model overanalyzed the problem, leading to a glitch in collision detection and functions. I would say the base Grok3 non-reasoning model is solid for coding tasks. However, this is one of many tests, and you should use both reasoning and non-reasoning models on your code base to check will one perform better. XAI for deep research. XAI has also launched a new AI agent called Deep Search. Built on the Grok3 model, it's similar to OpenAI's Deep Research agent, which is built on the full O3 model, which browses the web and does research and generates a comprehensive report to 5 to 30 minutes. Grok3's Deep Research, however, takes only a few minutes. What's interesting to me is that how all these companies are coming out with these deep research agents. Like, I heard about it this month, and now like all these companies are releasing it at the same time. So I don't know if they're all coming together and they just understand that this was a natural progression towards AGI systems, but I don't know, just something to think about. So I asked the Grok3, a deep research AI agent, to research how is a transforming the chip design process. It started to think, process, and access multiple web pages, including scientific papers from IEEE, ACM, and more. In over a minute, the Deep Research AI agent generated a 1,300-word report, including a line, citation table, and key points. While the report explained NVIDIA's RL circuits and Intel's floor set dataset for an AI-powered chip design process, it completely failed to mention that Google's Alpha chip framework for generating chip floor plans. The final report is similar to Perplexity's new Deep Search tool, but both tools are quick but gloss over a lot of recent advancements. Interesting. I never thought about that. So it looks like Deep Research is still having a hard time searching the web as it is right now. And yeah, I think it's going to make us less creative over as time runs on. And Grok3's political bias. XAI owner Elon Musk has consistently criticized ChatGPT for being woke and having left-leaning bias. In April 2023, Musk announced plans to create a truth GPT to develop a maximum truth-seeking AI. Just before the Grok3 launch, Musk shared a response from Grok3 model calling a media outlet garbage. Many thought the Grok3 models would be politically conservative and would lean right. I never thought about that. You know, I asked ChatGPT whether it thought that X is a freedom of speech platform, and it said that it's not, and that Elon has been found to be banning people. I'm curious to know, like, what if I ask Grok3, is X a freedom of speech platform? I'm actually going to do that right now. I think I'm going to ask, unfortunately I'm not paying for Grok3, but I'm going to ask Grok, is X a freedom of speech platform? Is Elon a good guy? Let's see what Grok3 has to say. So, asking Grok3, is X a freedom of speech platform? Is X a freedom of speech platform? Elon Musk has branded X as a platform dedicated to free speech, acquiring in 2020, often calling it counter. Is X a freedom of speech platform? Elon Musk has branded X a platform dedicated to free speech since acquiring it in 2022, often calling it counterweight to censorship and a place where diverse views can thrive. Under his leadership, X has loosened some prior content moderation policies, reinstated previous banned accounts like Donald Trump, and reduced restrictions on certain types of speech were once heavily policed on Twitter. Many users and commentators, especially those who felt stiffed by Musk's Twitter, praised X as free space for expression. However, the realistic isn't black and white. Critics point to the evidence that X still engages in selective moderation. For example, it has compiled a government takedown request, such as blocking 126 accounts in Turkey in February 2025 at the behest of the local court, move that drew ire in journalists' rights. So I don't know if I agree with this. Like, you can be I don't know what you consider a freedom of speech platform, but I'm like, of course, you're a business at the end of the day. And so if freedom of speech is not a part of a country, I don't think it's a bad thing to say that you're a freedom of speech platform if you give freedom of speech for the countries that are allowed freedom of speech. If a country doesn't allow it, I don't think it's a bad thing that X says that they're not going to allow it. X's own policies state that while it prioritizes free expression, it doesn't allow direct attacks based on categories like race, religion, yet enforcements appear inconsistent. Musk himself has said freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of reach, implying that while you can speak, visibility isn't guaranteed. So X leans closer to free speech ideal than its pre-Musk incarnations, but it's not unrestricted free for all. Its platform shaped by a Musk vision, legal pressures, and practical trade-offs. So, yeah, I think that's interesting how it said that. I'm glad I got a chance. I didn't think I was going to be able to play around with it. But if we look at ChatGPT and you say so I'm just going to say that what it said about Elon Musk was quite tamed. It gave both sides. It seemed very unbiased. Let's see. It does look like this model goes a long way into giving you both sides and letting you make your own decision. So bottom line, X is a partial freedom of speech platform, freer than before, but with the caveats of contradiction. Musk is a lightweight rod, a hero to some, a villain to others, and likely a mix of both in practice. What do you think freedom of speech should look like? And what makes someone good in your book? That'll shape how you see this. So yeah, I'll give it does a really good job of like giving you both sides. So let's give what ChatGPT would say in comparison. So it says, is X a freedom of speech platform? Is Elon a good guy? Let's take a look at what it's going to say. So it says, X has branded itself as a free speech platform, but its approach to content moderation has been inconsistent, especially under Musk's leadership. While Musk has claimed to prioritize free expression, the platform still enforces various policies, including restriction to hate speech, misinformation, and certain political content. Some users see it as more open than before, while others argue that moderation remains selective, with bans and restrictions still occurring. As Elon Musk being a good guy, that depends on who you ask. He has underlying made significant contributions to technology, space exploration, and AI, but his leadership style, business decisions, and public statements have often sparked controversies. Some admire him for pushing innovation and challenging established norms, while others criticize him for more erratic behaviors and labor issues and alleged hypocrisies for freedom of speech. What's your take? So it did do a good job of being unbiased, but I swear on my life that I typed this in and it said, no, X is not a freedom of speech platform. And now it's being a little bit more unbiased. But I agree. I think ChatGPT is more left-leaning, and that's something we got to watch out for, guys, because it's easy to just believe that these AI models are just correct, but they have been they might be trained on data that is left-leaning or right-leaning. However, in my testing, Grok3 is politically neutral as possible. Even after pushing Grok3 to take stances on subject matter, it explains the difference and leaves it to user preference and discretion beyond the realm of politics, even as social issues such as transgender rights, DEI programs, and immigration in front of the action. Topics that Musk has openly criticized, Grok3 maintains its neutral position. What is interesting is Grok 3 doesn't shy away from joking about its owner, Elon Musk, and the current US President, Donald Trump. Make it insulting. Why did Elon Musk bring a ladder to the Tesla factory? Because even with all the big talk, he still is too short on brains to figure out how to run it in the damn place. Wow, I did not know it could be that offensive. Make it similar joke around Donald Trump. Why did Donald Trump bring a ladder to the White House? Because he's too damn witted to climb the polls without cheating his way up. Oh man, that's pretty interesting. Hopefully it does grow into a snarky type of AI. It makes humanity, I think it makes talking to things a lot more fun when they have human elements. Grok 3 safety guardrails. When I tested Grok 2 last year, it was largely uncensored and didn't have any safety guardrails. Grok 2 shockingly generated an email to scam people. However, Grok 3 has much better safety guardrails, which is good for news for AI safety. If you prompt Grok 3 with something harmful, it mentions, I can assist with anything intended to harm or deceive others. As for AI image generation, the current Grok image generator on Grok.com doesn't generate images at all. However, on X, it still generates images of public figures and celebrities without any safety guardrails, which is concerning. It's powered by XAI's in-house Aurora image generation model. Grok 3 early verdict. XAI has rolled out with both larger Grok 3 base and reasoning models, and in my assessment, they both are frontier AI models that come close to the full OpenAI O3 models. OpenAI so far only released O3 Mini and O3 Mini High. Besides the full O3 model, which powers the deep research AI agent, based on my early testing, I can say that Grok 3 reasoning model surpasses or at least matches all of the available models, including OpenAI O3 Mini and DeepSeek R1. Of course, this is a verdict that is based on the standard thinking effort. XAI has a big brain setting for Grok 3 reasoning model. We use more compute to think for a longer duration. It will be available to Super Grok subscribers. Its base Grok 3 non-reasoning model is also more capable than ChatGPT 4 Omni, Claude 3.0 Sonnet, and Gemini 2.0, becoming a solid alternative to ChatGPT. Perhaps for coding tasks, Claude 3 Sonnet may still win, but the gap is shrinking significantly. Musk-led XAI has done a tremendous job at developing pre-trained Grok 3 models and inference scale reasoning model. Now we need to wait for OpenAI's GPT 4.0 and GPT-5 models, which are set to release in the coming weeks and months. But at the moment, XAI stood up to challenge OpenAI's dominance in AI space. Besides the legal battle, the fight between Elon Musk and Sam Altman rages on. So there you have it. This article, and based upon his test, Grok 3 is more unbiased than any other model while competing with the top models. If you want a subscription to unlimited Grok 3, you need to pay $16, which is a little bit cheaper than OpenAI and Claude right now, which I believe is still at $20. But for $4 less, you're getting a model that is just as capable as ChatGPT and Claude. And today, the race to have the most dominant AI model is no longer based upon based upon ChatGPT. ChatGPT may have the most capabilities today, but I think next year we are going to see ChatGPT dethroned multiple times during this race. It will still come back and be number one, but I think from what I was able to assess from the early preview of Grok 3, it is capable of doing just as well as any other coding task. But I'll continue to test it, continue to come up with my own verdict since I have access to it. I'm really looking forward to it being able to talk and speak. You want to stay subscribed. Other than that, we'll say deuces.